As Israel-Palestine clashes rages on, global calls for calm are deepening. Reactions from all around the world are pouring in, and worries are growing about further fracturing in one of West Asia's most intractable struggles. France has now stepped up its efforts to call for an immediate de-escalation of this conflict. The country has proposed a resolution with the UN Security Council in coordination with Egypt and Jordan, calling for a ceasefire. According to the resolution, the three countries agreed on three simple elements. The shooting must stop, the time has come for a ceasefire, and the UN Security Council must take up the issue. The statement reads out that French President Emmanuel Macron and his Egyptian counterpart Al-Sisi, who is in Paris for a summit on Africa, agreed on the resolution in a video conference. Remember, Macron has underlined the importance of Egyptian mediation after talks in Paris with Sisi, as it has been calling for a rapid ceasefire for several days. Meanwhile, foreign ministers of the European Union have also called for a ceasefire and boosted humanitarian aid for Gaza. However, they have failed to reach the unanimity which could have given the EU leverage in peacemaking efforts. The truce was met with a hurdle when Hungary, another ally of Israel in the bloc, declined to join the other 26 foreign ministers. Hungarian foreign minister has accused the European Union of giving out what it called one-sided statements. The division between the European bloc was at a public display after EU foreign policy chief Josep Borrell conceded that Hungary was alone among the 27 nations to not endorse his remarks.
We have to explore how to re-engage, how we can build confidence building, how to can improve the living condition of the people, and how we can open the path to a potential relaunching of the peace process.
As violence continues to escalate in Israel, Gaza, and amid calls for calm, the violence simply continues. The calls for calm have gone unheeded so far. U.S. Secretary of State came forward to clear the air and announced that U.S. has received information on Israel's destruction of a high-rise in Gaza that housed local offices of the Associated Press and Al Jazeera news organizations. Now, Israel claims that Hamas military intelligence offices were also in that building, as well as assets of Islamic Jihad. After being accused by China of obstructionism, Blinken further reiterated his position.
With regard to the United Nations, we're not standing in the way of diplomacy. On the contrary, as I said, we're exercising it virtually nonstop. The question is, would any given action or any given statement actually advance the goal of ending the violence and moving to a better place?
Remember, the United Nations Security Council has failed to adopt a simple declaration on this violence. This, as the United States of America, a staunch ally of Israel, has rejected three prior statement drafts proposed by China, Norway and Tunisia, which called for an end to the fighting. WION is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news on the move.